Either you are a movie enthusiast or a person who spends his entire day scrolling down his phone, you probably know at least one of these films. The man behind all this is David Fincher, one of the most outstanding directors in Hollywood. So on this video, we're gonna go through all the important steps that led to his fame and success.
You were the all-singing and all-dancing crap of the world.
Born in August 1962 in Denver, Colorado, but he soon left the cold mountains and headed towards the Golden State, California, where he grew up and became interested in cinema due to him having not-so-famous director and screenwriter George Lucas as a neighbor. Growing up in such environment, he ended up directing and managing lights at his high school plays.
I was fairly convinced at the age of 8 that that's what I wanted to do with my life, and my parents said, that's really cute. When I got into high school, I worked directing plays and doing lighting for plays.
A craft that came up useful at his job at ILM, the Industrial Light and Magic, that is founded by George Lucas. During the 80s, Fincher co-founded Propaganda Films, a video production company, which produced multiple commercials and iconic music videos. It was until 1992 where he got the chance of a lifetime. After a Nike commercial, 20th Century Fox offered Fincher a $50 million budget to direct Alien 3, a huge bag of money to give to a first-timer. As a fan of the series, he couldn't help but to accept the offer. On set, the vibe wasn't what Fincher expected. Production started with an unfinished script and a crew that was not Fincher's choice.
It's amazing to me that Fox is the #1 studio in the country because they're all such a bunch of morons.
With such recipe for disaster, the movie failed both critically and commercially, which led our director to retreat back to music videos and commercials. But his resurrection came a few years later in 1995. A first draft of a crime thriller film was sent to Fincher, a tale of two cops doing the impossible to chase down a serial killer, obsessed with the 7 deadly sins.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box? You lie! You're a fucking lie! Shut up! No!
He wants you to shoot him!
No!
Come, Wrath.
No!
She begged for her life and for the life of the baby inside her.
With an amazing cast, breathtaking script, and well-organized production, Fincher surely learned from his mistakes and had every chance to make this work, and it sure did. The movie got positive reviews and was a commercial success, earning over $300 million in the box office, and put Fincher in the list of the most successful directors of the time. After The Game in 1997, Fincher worked on Fight Club, a movie adaptation of the novel with the same name. The story follows a nameless office worker who suffers from insomnia, stuck in the rat race.
Everything's a copy of a copy of a copy.
His life soon changes after meeting Tyler Durden, a charismatic soap salesman. They both make an underground fighting group to help men cope against their day-to-day aggression and frustration in modern society. While directing the movie, Fincher did not shy away from using CGI to enhance his storytelling, and it became his signature throughout his future projects. Since this was Fincher's second collaboration with 20th Century Fox, problems were bound to happen. After its release, the movie did poorly, mainly due to the movie's marketing campaign. It was pitched more of a John Cena wrestling movie than a gritty consumerism male aggression film. Numerous journalists attacked the film for its intense violence and raw unfiltered approach.
And then I went to see Fight Club. It's a sick and demented film.
But it got the recognition it deserved years later, even in today's culture.
Talk about Fight Club.
Not to be egotistical, we kind of knew that an award like this was in our future.
Fincher's next acclaimed project came in 2007 with Zodiac, another crime thriller film based on the true story of the Zodiac killer who terrorized San Francisco in the late 60s and 70s.
This is the Zodiac speaking.
The film follows a cartoon artist turned amateur detective as he attempts to piece together the clues of an unsolved case. The cinematography is beautifully composed, whether through amazing street and city shots or intense gruesome kill scenes. The movie got its fair share of drama, mainly due to the casting, judging Fincher as a never-satisfied perfectionist, as he usually films an absurd amount of takes.
It probably I had 50 takes of it.
Take 85.
I did it probably 25 times.
I think we did about 35 takes.
But he pushes you to the limit.
10 takes going that way.
Probably about 36.
5 or 6 going this way.
It was absurd.
He does too many takes, but he's wonderful.
Fincher's perfectionism and love for computer animation is shown through his next movies.
Just Facebook.
Most notably The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, who even won an Oscar for his incredible use of CGI. David Fincher's portfolio remains one of the pillars of American cinema, as his methods may be controversial, but the results are films that push the boundaries of storytelling, visual innovation, and psychological depth.
I think people are perverts. I've maintained that. That's the foundation of my career.
Stop trying to control everything and just let go.